Welcome back to Technical Difficulties. I'm Drunken Dan.
Well, let's get them out of the way now before we, finish doing an entire session. We go, man, that was the greatest session we ever did. I hope that nothing happens to that recording. And then 2 seconds later, Dan's like, oh no, I lost the recording.
It's not impossible.
Which if I had a nickel for every time that happened, I'd have 3 nickels.
I feel like it's been more than 3, to be fair. I could be
Well,
wrong,
I was just ballpark.
but I feel like
Yeah, it's you know what?
It's
in the words of everyone's favorite Canadian president, at least more than 3.
I would say probably at least like 6, 7, 10, like around there. Honestly.
What was that? How many times Justin Trudeau's been in blackface?
Yep.
Because I'd believe it.
I don't really feel like doing time riffs in this playthrough. I mean, I like them, but I just don't feel like doing them in recording. I took a look at them and I was like, eh. If I need the timepieces, I'll go and do them, but...
You probably shouldn't need them. It's not hard to get timepieces in this game.
Nah. I just don't remember the max amount to get to the end of the game, so that's why I'm like, maybe not, I don't know. Oh yeah, now it's time for the horror survival level.
Yay. Put your face cams here, everyone.
Oh.
Get ready for your over-the-top scream when the slightest jump scare hits you.
I'm so startled.
I can't wait for the gif of the bear. That will really scare me. Loud noises are scary. But then the internet has also told me that loud noises are just inherently funny, allegedly.
I kind of find them funny.
I mean, when it's just like, oh, you've just blown out the speakers. I'm like, okay, where's the joke, though?
Oh, here he is, our favorite boy. Hello, Snatcher. How you doing?
I also like Candlejack.
You can't say that.
No, you can now. It's okay.
What do you mean?
That meme doesn't exist anymore. It's fine to say Candlejack.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Did you check?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now that we know we can say Candlejack, everything's fine.
I guess he can't say it. It's not your word, Dan.
You know, there is a temptation to do the rest of the video just making you try to commentate on something that isn't on screen.
You think I can't fucking talk about literally nothing for actual hours?
I know you
Who
can.
the fuck do you think? Who the fuck do you think I am?
Something I think you can, it's just more to be funny. Just to see how that ends.
It ends with this channel getting hard cancelled, I can tell you that much.
Wait, we weren't?
I meant even more hard cancelled. You think of how many award-winning comic book writers we get banned by if I had free reign.
I mean, but I already I got cancelled by, or blocked by the best one.
No, we've not been acknowledged by Bendis yet.
I can't even bring myself to, like, truly... I don't know, I don't hate him as much.
I didn't, and then I kind of looked into the whole, he revealed Superman's identity thing. And I was like, okay, so he did that. It's an idea I don't agree with because... Hey, let's talk about let's do that thing where we just talk about this thing that we could have talked about at any time on any other thing, but we're going to do it now. I always remember, there's like a few things I have as a litmus test for what is a good Superman adaptation. Number 1, it has to be Clark Kent is the man and Superman is what he can do. Like, those sort of exact words of, I can't be Superman all the time, that'd be ridiculous, I'd go insane. Number 2, Mark Kent has to make the suit.
Yeah.
Like, to not have that is fucking ridiculous. And number 3 needs to not just turn into a fascist dictator at the drop of a hat.
So, you know, not be Carol Danvers.
Yeah. Just don't be Carol Danvers or sometimes Wonder Woman.
God, Wonder Woman gets the fucking short end so much.
Yeah.
Like, those depictions where they try to make her quote-unquote a badass that way are just so not her character.
Well, the problem is that for the longest time, Wonder Woman had, like... Okay, well, so Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, you know, everyone knows these fucking origins. Everyone knows their mythos, their
They're
stuff.
very simple origins, to be honest. They're very, like, clear-cut, clean, dirty. You can explain them in a sentence.
And Wonder Woman had the problem of her origins and everything associated with her being very weird, very complicated. And then it got worse. Because then reboots happen. And most other characters, and like, the only other character who's got it even worse is probably Hawkman. But nobody's in a rush to make a Hawkman movie.
And they did put him in that one movie that nobody watched.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, is that Hawkman, like... Because, okay, which version of Hawkman? Have you got the one where he's a reincarnated Egyptian prince? Oh, what about the one where he's a, what about one where he's a space cop? Oh, what about one where he's the other space cop? Oh, what about the one where he's the space cop who is the reincarnation of the Egyptian prince? And there was a point where there was
Honestly,
like three...
I just think they should have just went with Hawkgirl in that movie and it probably would have sold more tickets.
And but anyway, so like, yeah, her entire origins get retconned by Crisis, which then causes even more problems because, like, okay, well now what people thought they knew, they didn't know, and then other things have subsequently retconned it. So it's unlike the other sort of, you know, keystone characters. There's never been like a hard line. Oh, this is her de facto origin, because they do change it at the drop of a hat.
A hat in time.
Yes. So, that's why Wonder Woman has always, you know, struggled in that sense. Anyway, so yeah, I have, like, those rules for, like, a Superman litmus test, because I think it's not even just the fact of the element of, oh, Mark Kent has to make the suit, but because it also needs to be, like, the Kents have to feel like an actual presence. None of this Man of Steel bullshit.
You don't know them anything.
Yeah. That whole objectivist Superman malarkey where it's like, okay, that's like fundamentally in the face of the character and what you want to do, but okay, you can try it. I think you'd have to be an incredibly talented writer to get away with it, and that is not how I would describe Zack Snyder.
You know, honestly, I have a theory that Zack Snyder, all the Zack Snyder fans are actually just Zack Snyder on alt accounts.
Nah, they're just the same classic delusional idiots who look at shit like Brightburn and go, "Oh my god, it's telling this really unique story." And it's like, we've had this deconstruction of superheroes. It's like, it's called Watchmen. Or we've had even deconstructions of Superman. It's called Red Sun. And it's way better than this, you know. What if superheroes were assholes? And this is why one of my favorite Superman stories is what's so funny about Truth, Justice, and the American Way. And honestly, the better version of that is Superman versus the Elite.
Oh yeah.
It's written by the same, but they're both written by the same guy, so you know. It's okay to sort of call one version better than the other.
Gonna hide under this fucking piano.
Should play Moonlight Sonata.
Oh, here she come!
Oh Lord, is she coming?
Oh Lord, is she coming?
And anyway, this all stems because I was like, okay, what did Bendis actually do on his much-touted Superman run, where they were literally posting, Bendis is coming, like it's a fucking threat. And to be fair, it was a threat. I'm like, okay, Superman reveals his identity to the world as Clark Kent. What does this change? Absolutely nothing. There's like one panel where Lois is harassed by the fucking paparazzi, and that's it. There's no, like, villains targeting his friends or family. There's no, like, resentment from his son, who now doesn't get to have a secret identity. It's just like, oh no, this is a completely positive change, and it's like, Really? So all this crap about, oh, we doing this to tell these really interesting stories was just bullshit. I mean, of course it was bullshit, but it's like, it's not even like bullshit they could pretend to see through on.
Fair.
At least Dan Slott pretended to see through his bullshit, his fucking bullshit.
No, I don't think Dan Slott's pretending. I think that's what he actually just believes.
Oh, I meant pretending in the whole, oh, I'm using this to tell a story of why Peter Parker is the best Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, when you decide to bullshit that after,
He got told to.
Yeah. And then when I pointed that out, I got blocked, which is still funny to me.
But it's like, I think the fact that he bullshitted, he at least had the decency to try to pretend that this was his message all along, and that we were all misunderstanding his genius comic writing. And then it's like, and then Brian Michael Bendis is just, nah, I'm just a hack who got really lucky. Like, goddamn, if we lived in a world where Ultimate Spider-Man had bombed like All-Star Batman and Robin, we could have saved ourselves so much pain.
True.
I like that there are some people who are like, no, I do want All-Star Batman and Robin to finish, though. And it's like, nobody wants that. It sucked.
You don't think it was quality writing?
No. I mean, I'm not a fan of Frank Miller's work in general. But that especially felt like hackneyed and bullshit. Like, even from his usual, like, oh my god, Dark Knight Returns did so well, I'm just gonna do Dark Knight Returns again every year forever.
Yeah, he just keeps doing that.
Yeah. At least Alan Moore had the sense to not do any more Watchmen. And then DC was like, oh, we'll do more Watchmen, don't worry, Alan.
Don't worry, we'll do it for you.
Yeah. And you know how we said you said that you can have the rights to this book and these characters if we ever stop printing it? Guess what we're not gonna ever do?
Stop printing it.
Exactly. Did you ever hear the story about what happened with Miracle Man?
No.
Oh, it's fucking hilarious. So, and funnily enough, it even like ties into Captain Marvel's, aka Shazam. Alright, so you know way back when Shazam was under ownership of Fawcett, and that was like outselling Superman, like Shazam was one of the most popular superhero comics at the time.
Yeah.
So after the lawsuit, Fawcett was not allowed to release any more Shazam comics. This became a bit of a problem for a British company who were making a fortune off of reissuing old Captain Marvel comics. And so in order to realize that there was a lucrative business for superhero comics, they decided we're going to make our own one, and they just called it Marvel Man. And who gained his powers by speaking the word atomic backwards, but spelled it with a K because, you know, comics.
It's true. It's very comics. As was the style at the time before, you know, the X was the thing. First it was K, then X.
So anyway, this character ran for a bit, company went under, rights were somewhere, and then a couple decades later, a new sort of like British comic book company started up, and you know, the guy who founded it was like a fan of the old characters, so he went to the guy who created it, you know, sort of ripped it off basically, and said, "Hey, can we use this?" And he said, "Yeah." So they got Alan Moore to sign on, like a relatively young Alan Moore signed on to do Miracle Man, as he was now known, because Marvel was pretty didn't like people using the term Marvel in relation to a superhero that wasn't owned by them. So anyway, it's a pretty good book. Like, that's also a deconstruction of superheroes or whatever.
Honestly, though, I'm kind of bored of deconstructions of like superheroes and lighthearted stuff.
Yeah, but this was way back when. So this happens. You know, book sells all right. Then the rights to sort of publish it in the US get sold to another comic book company whose name I forget. Okay. Then that company goes under. Well, actually, I guess one point I forgot to mention is Neil Gaiman took over and did work on Miracle Man after, like, Alan Moore ended his run and basically said to his notes of, yeah, I'm going to end all war and all crime. You sure you want to take this book on? Gaiman was like, yeah. So... And then everyone's favourite Image Comics founder, Todd McFarlane, comes into the picture.
It's always Todd McFarlane.
So he bought up a whole bunch of the stock of that American comic book company that went under, or he basically bought what had been sold at auction, and he thought he got the rights to Miracle Man. And when he was setting up, he offered to do Miracle Man, to give Miracle Man back to Neil Gaiman to do, and then their whole argument started because Todd McFarlane not being a especially good writer, did the smart fee. He got other people to contribute to Spawn books. Only for being a guy who definitely wanted to protect creators' rights, he then didn't want to protect the rights of people who created stuff for him. And so he and Neil Gaiman get into a long-standing legal battle over the characters and concepts he created for Spawn. And part of all of this argument was also about the rights to Miracle Man. But, guess what? After all these years of arguing about Miracle Man, Todd McFarlane never actually had the rights to Miracle Man. Because what he'd thought he'd bought, he hadn't actually, wasn't his to buy. Because when everyone thought they got, I guess part of the story I forgot to mention is that Neil Gaiman did technically, allegedly also have part ownership of Miracle Man, because the part of the origin of that British comic book company who revived the characters thing was, oh, you get partial ownership of this character if you work on it. So it was a whole argument over who had their rights to it. It turned out nobody ever had any rights to it, because the guy who created Miracle Man, or the guy who sort of created the concept, ripped it off originally, never actually sold the rights. He just sold permission to use the character. So actual fucking years worth of legal battles over a character that never needed to happen in the first place, because nobody involved actually owned it. Until the guy who did own it, because it was their father's estate, and after he passed on, was like, yeah, sure, pay me this money and you can have it. So anyway, now, long story short, Neil Gaiman owns Miracle Man, and I think it's technically now part of Marvel.
My brain turned to mush during most of that, just so you know.
Yeah, that's fair. Even more long story short, Todd McFarlane bankrupted himself after, 4 different lawsuits that were completely unnecessary.
That sounds like Todd McFarlane.
Yeah.
That's just on brand for him.
Anyway, all this to say the best adaptation of Superman is Superman the Animated Series. Go watch it.
Oh yeah, it's really fucking good. It's usually the thing I can get even people that don't like Superman to agree is good.
Miss when we could have good superhero shows.
Yeah, me too.
Miss we could have good superhero movies.
Yeah, me too. Also, I'm fighting the porta potty right now.
Oh yeah. Well, I bet you'll be feeling flushed after this battle.
I can't think of a pun to add to that. I'm too busy avoiding explosions.
Well, sorry, Dan. If you can't do this, we'll have to toilet you go.
That hurt. That one hurt a bit.
Good. Fucking good.
That one hurt my soul.
If you can't make them laugh, make them cry. That's my motto.
This show is quickly going down the drain.
Quick, we need to make a U-bend. Get back on track.
Okay, now this is just getting shittier. Any potheads in the room?
Hey, Dan, what's your favourite piece of Renaissance art? Mine's the Cistern Chapel.
Alright. Shitter's done.
Enough of the toilet humour, gotcha.
I mean, this was getting kind of crappy. Anyway. Todd McFarlane's an idiot.
Yeah. Time to bidet you. I lost it.
Just wait for the finale, and you can just do it at the end. Like, yeah, that's a better ender.
It's flushed. It's flushed. It's gone.
I think we already made the flush one.
Oh.
I think we already did that one.
Yeah. See what it is? It's backed up. It's all coming back up. It's all resurfacing. It's all those jokes we flushed away. They're back, and somehow they smell worse.
Oh, I'm out of contracts. Let me get another contract. I need more contractual obligations. I had a stroke. I need the Snatcher to tell me to do more things.
Well, a contract is a contract.
True.
You weren't expecting to get your soul back just because you completed your initial contract.
Man, that's the problem. Is the main things that happened this week are things that aren't super worth talking about. It's like, yeah, Andrew Tate probably is a fucking sex trafficker, but he's just a scumbag in general. So.
Yeah, he's just a normal, just weird monster. He's not Andrew Tate.
He's just your everyday, he's just your average everyday scumbag.
I'm not a human trafficker.
Oh, you're not dealing with the average YouTube scumbag. He's become the legend.
God. Yeah, I gotta explore the forest and get more contractual obligations. I need more jobs.
Oh yeah, I remember having trouble finding one of them.
I don't know. They said explore the forest. I'm just wandering around to see if I can find it.
Yeah, go back to like the first stage and move around. Eventually, you'll walk into a trap that's meant for someone else.
And then he'll be like, "What? You again?" There is something really amusing about him trying to trap other people, and you just keep walking into them.
Well, we're on offline mode. There's no one else.
It's true. Blame my ISP.
Okay, I will.
Fuck you, Verizon.
Well, I wasn't gonna name them, but
well, I will.
Sure.
Log them. No,
yeah, otherwise it's...
Oh, here he is.
Oh. Hooray.
You didn't forget about me, did ya? Don't tell me you forgot about me. What's up? Check it out.
Oh, no, this is just him, for the actual mission of the thing. Oh, well, I can skip that dialogue. I don't care. That's not a new job. I've already completed this job.
What a shame.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise it's been like a mostly slow week. I guess the Cold Steel anime's come out, so I'm watching that.
I mean,
it's alright, so it's not really got that far.
I mean, like, there's not much else to really say. It's like, what do you want me to say? Yeah, the surprise, surprise, the Velma show sucks. Like, yeah, there's not really much to say.
Oh yeah, that did come out. Yeah,
where it's basically the self-insert of the fucking showrunner and voice actor for Velma.
Yeah, sounds about right.
It's like, I get it. That one boy in high school wasn't into you and you're really mad about it. Move on, Mindy.
I thought they made Velma a lesbian for this show.
Yes, but give it time. Because Mindy's also a weird, conservative, crazy lady. Oh god, I exploded.
I mean, it just feels odd because, what's the best way to phrase this? Velma's not the kind of character that can carry a show without basically having to redo her entire character from the ground up, in which case, why are you even bothering making a show and calling it Velma?
Yeah, I agree. As much as I like Velma, like, she's not really
Like,
main character.
She's part. What's the point? She's part of an ensemble cast. Like, at the end of the day, you can make a Scooby-Doo show with just Scooby-Doo and Shaggy. You can't make a Scooby-Doo.
Well,
you can't
no,
really.
you do need at least one other person.
Well, I'm not saying like in terms. I'm not saying like they're the only cast members. I just mean like they're the only real cast members that like you need to necessarily bring over to make it a Scooby-Doo show
Yeah.
or to make it a show within that universe. Everyone else you could kind of interchange or swap out. Like you can have replacements, but like you need those core two because the problem is the others just aren't that interesting without Scooby and Shaggy. It's like, yeah, Velma's the smart nerdy girl. Daphne's the...
Depending on which version of Daphne, it can be very...
I guess the Libby is probably the most sort of fitting. And then Fred's just kind of there. Like, you know, I liked Mystery Inc. trying to give him something to do, but you can definitely tell that, yeah, Fred's just there for this. Fred's just there to take the girls so Scooby and Shaggy can find the monster and run.
A lot, honestly, like, it depends on which version. But, like, what was it? The, I watched, the Brave and the Bold, Scooby-Doo crossover, and you can tell they were far more interested in writing everybody, writing, like, their version of, like, Daphne, Velma, Shag, and Scoob, and Fred was just kind of there.
It's because the problem he has is everyone else has like something going for them that you can work with. So it's like, yeah, okay, Daphne gets kidnapped, so you can like do your whole, oh, what if she just learns to defend herself?
Like,
because
you
we've
do that, or you make her like into like you make her like have weird esoteric knowledge. There's a lot of different versions of her that do different things.
Yeah. And like Fred's thing is he's the leader, but he's the leader for a team that splits up all the time.
Very treasure.
So he just walks around and goes, okay, gang, let's split up and search for clues, which basically amounts to they find the clues, Shaggy and Scooby bumblefuck around and save the day. No, it's a simple system, but it works. But that's my point, is that those three characters, without drastically having to, like, change them in order to fit into a main character mold, aren't interesting enough. So to be like the show, to be the front runners of the show.
Yeah, you have to do a lot to make them the front runner. There's a reason why it's
like,
called Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, because it's a talking dog, and that's, talking dog's just hilarious.
The talking dog with the
And
funny
it's-
voice.
Yeah, and every time someone says a talking dog, he's like, "Rut, rare."
Rock and roll.
That's the joke. He doesn't know he's a talking dog, or maybe he does, and he's just weird. Maybe no one else can hear Scooby talk.
What is it, fucking like Garfield? Garfield.
But yeah, it's like, so a show about Velma is always going to be doomed to it was always going to be doomed to be kind of uninteresting, and then to like really make it or to retrofit it to be, or to sort of, you know, retrofit this character to fit into this very specific mold that the showrunner clearly wants to be in. It's like, yeah, just make your own show at that point. People might, and yeah, people will be a lot less interested to talk about it, but you probably wouldn't have quite as many people who just have knee-jerk reactions to it. Although I guess outrage
Well,
is
that's also a
effectively...
thing. Well, that's also a thing that's an issue right now with when it comes to greenlighting animated shows is they don't want to take anything that's new. They only want existing IPs. So.
Oh no! Why has it got to be Velma then? Why don't you do someone who's even, why don't you do someone who's even more like like, I don't know, bring back fucking Captain Caveman and the Teen Angels,
Josie and the Pussycats.
Jibber Jabber, whatever it was called.
The Funky Phantom.
Yeah. What's that fucking buggy called?
Speed Buggy.
Doom Buggy?
Speed Buggy.
Speed Buggy.
Like,
Yeah, there's like 400 million of these
the Chan
knockoff
Clan.
shows. Hey, why don't we make a Flim Flam show?
Oh god. Flim Flan and the Chan clan. There we go! I made it! I made a show no one's gonna want to watch.
Well, maybe we just made a show that everybody want to watch because nobody will want to watch it. Maybe we've actually succeeded where Morbius failed.
Like, it's so fucking stupid that people are like, okay, what the fuck? Okay, maybe I'll watch this.
We laugh. That's literally how Snakes on a Plane worked.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Like, literally the only reason anyone gave that movie the time of day, including the people who worked on it, was because it was called Snakes on a Plane.
Oh, found the trap.
Yay, we've been trapped.
Oh, wait. It's you. I was kind of expecting a new victim to step in my traps. Your sort of thing. Have you even completed
But yeah, Velma's show sucks, but most adult animation that comes out these days sucks. And by most, I mean like 99% of it. You get like the odd one or two. You get like the odd one that's like halfway decent.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of Hanna-Barbera stuff was, like, essentially, like, fast food animation.
Well, yeah, because it was incredibly cheap, and you know, Scooby-Doo made fuckloads of cash, so they just repeated that for like, you know, 400 times.
And Scooby-Doo was consistently on the air for a long time before it got pulled for, like, 10 years before it showed back up in the late 90s.
Well, yeah. The other thing is, of course, a lot of their characters are now more famous. A lot of the other like old Hanna-Barbera stuff are more famous for other things, like Space Ghost.
Space Ghost, Coast to Coast.
Yeah.
See, left 2021.
If you say like, if you mention either of those shows, people are gonna be like, oh yeah, there's Adult Swim, there's like weird Adult Swim experimental stuff.
Or Harvey
like...
Birdman, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Like, no one remembers the original, Harvey Birdman show.
At least Harvey Birdman was entirely new animation.
It's true.
Not just, like, the same 4 clips that were reshot every, episode. Like, Space Ghost and C-Lab.
C-Lab was literally, like, they had, like, a couple of episodes, and it was essentially, like, YouTube poop level editing.
Yeah.
Or, well, YouTube poop level editing in the time that it came out. There's a lot of crazier shit nowadays in YouTube poop editing. And then there were just like weird amalgamations, like when they did the Bizarro thing and they made the Bizarro version of, I'm forgetting his name, but it's like the one guy with a brain in the show, and he's just like, Bizarro! And he's like this little fucking penguin gremlin thing.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the level where I gotta be a mailman.
At least this one's pretty quick.
Yeah. And then I could probably do his boss fight?
Probably, it's not that long.
Yeah, I don't think it's as long as like the birds one where it's like a whole ass level. At least I don't remember it being a whole ass level.
Nah, it's mostly just the fight. But yeah, and it's like, what else are we going to talk about? Prince Harry wrote a book, and by wrote a book, I mean paid someone else to write a book because that half-wit couldn't write his own name, let alone a book.
He did write about his dick, though.
Oh no, it wasn't even just he wrote about his dick. He wrote about putting Joe on his dick while thinking of his mum.
Yes.
What a weird cunt. Why would you admit that? Oh no, I just hate him. So he's actually is the trashiest kind of celeb in that he's a celebrity who hasn't got anything going for him. He has no talents, nothing, like no talents. He's not even have like a job or anything like that anymore. So all he does is he just courts controversy after controversy every fucking day, and people keep giving him the time of day so they can be outraged about whatever recent thing he's complaining about. And it's like, I have no respect for someone who claims to hate the media as much as he does and yet keeps getting fat paychecks from them to talk to them every week. And it's like, you know, if you really want to talk about mental health and all this, why don't you use your influence and your money to actually try to affect change in the way that mental health is perceived, in the way that, like, mental health is, you know,
Wait, how the fuck did
diagnosed and reported.
How do I get the mail to this guy? Oh, fire mail. I forgot.
Yeah, you got to throw it at him.
Anyway, yeah, no, I don't give a fuck about the prince. Well, king.
No, he's the cunt formerly known as Prince.
I could live with that.
I just can't stand. It's just as I said, he's the trashiest of trash because he doesn't have anything going for him except riding controversy. It's like, okay, why don't you actually do something with your fucking life?
The best thing out of him so far is someone made a joke when they saw him that picture of him in with the cape walking, where they're just like, this looks like a Gundam villain, and then someone fucking put the Gallant Char music over it.
Are you talking about the king?
Yes.
Oh, I'm talking about his son.
Oh.
No.
Oh, I forgot his son exists.
Oh no, I like Charles. Oh no, I actually don't mind Charles. Charles is he's at least had the sense to be very open or very pushing and on and against climate change. So,
That's not him. Oh yeah, I'll say that's something. It's more than a lot, though.
It's more than what his son does.
I mean, is that really a high hurdle?
No. But at least, you know what else he hasn't done? He hasn't dressed as a Nazi. Harry can't say that.
Ooh.
Always nice when you could, say, yeah, but at least I haven't dressed in a Nazi uniform to someone.
It's true, I have not.
Yeah, most people wouldn't dress as a Nazi. Oh, I guess Alec Baldwin is being charged for that woman he killed.
Ah.
So, yeah, that's something.
That's surprising, honestly.
But they did kill her.
No, I know. Just
It's probably also recorded.
yeah, I know, but still, just celebrities in general.
Well, that he'll actually he'll get a prison sentence. He'll just be charged and said, yeah, it was manslaughter.
Probably.
Slap on the wrist, go about your day, Mr. Baldwin. Try not to shoot any more cinematographers. Oh, sorry.
Well, I'll try not to.
Man, do you ever think about the fact that all the Tekken characters have really weird, a completely unrelated tangent? Do you ever think about all the Tekken characters have really weird likes and dislikes? Like Anna and Nina Williams both like Tom and Jerry, but one only likes one. So Nina likes Tom, Anna likes Jerry.
I mean, I get it. I get why. It's because it's supposed to be a joke because they fight each other and they're basically just Tom and Jerry. I get it. I get why they did that.
Yeah.
It's a funny joke.
I just like Heihachi's. I'm now gonna have to go and look up what Heihachi's exact dislikes are.
I remember Kazuya.
Sure most of it is just his family.
I remember Kazuya collects shoes. He's a whole collection of sneakers.
All right, so Heihachi's official list of things he dislikes: weak people, people who interfere with his plans, explosions, jacks, his wife's devil form, his father, his son, his adoptive son, his illegitimate son, his grandson, Akuma, the Manji clan.
What doesn't he dislike?
Just listing off his entire fucking family. He likes Kuma.
Ah.
And Ling Xiaoyu.
Huh.
Oh, and World Conquest.
It's funny that he likes the bear and the child who's actively trying to kick his ass and stop him. Okay, she's 18, not really a child, but She was 16 when the game started with her. Oh, it's time for me to try. Time for him to try and pop my head off.
Kazuya dislikes most of the same things, but we're going to add to that list of volcanoes.
Wonder why? Can't imagine why he hates volcanoes. I wonder what. Yeah, honestly, keep going through these. These could be funny. Their likes and dislikes. I already mentioned the Kazuya's shoe collection, which is on there. I'm pretty sure.
Give me a character to look up.
Let me think. We already know Gonryu's. I mean, we could look at him, but we're just gonna be like Julia. Likes Julia. Likes Michelle.
Yeah, but you know what Ganryu dislikes?
What?
Rejection.
Damn shame.
Oh, also Yoshimitsu.
Just randomly.
Spit on. Yeah.
That's a bit out of pocket. Where's that coming from? What did Yoshimitsu do to you?
It's fine. According to this, Yoshimitsu also dislikes Ganryu.
I feel like it's just because Yoshimitsu dislikes him. I mean, no, Gonryu dislikes
Probably.
Yoshimitsu. I think Yoshimitsu's like, well, I took that personally.
I wonder what Paul dislikes. 3 ways in Japan.
Wait, what?
The fucking first thing on the list, 3 ways in Japan.
That's fucking funny.
And also fucking traffic jams. He hates traffic jams. Poor Paul.
Let's see here.
Martial law dislikes bills and being broke.
Damn shame about that!
You know what? Let's see what Asuka dislikes.
I mean, Lily's gonna be on there.
Yeah, she's like 4th on the list.
Ah! Mild
Dislikes
dislike.
cocky people losing, gangs causing. Yeah.
It's funny she dislikes cocky people considering
And
who
also
she
dislikes
is.
Jin in Tekken 6.
Considering she herself is cocky, it's kind of funny.
Yeah, she doesn't really.
Oh, hold on. I'm
Yeah,
lagging
she does
again.
not have a whole lot of interesting dislikes. Yay.
Alright, let me just do this. Okay. That'll fix the problem. Yeah, Asuka doesn't really have any... I know Asuka, that's why I didn't mention her, because I didn't think there was anything particularly funny in it. Like, I don't think Lily... Lily might have something funny, but I don't know. I don't know her as well as I do Asuka, so I was like, oh yeah, I know Asuka doesn't really have anything particularly funny.
It's like sweat.
Just sweat.
Yeah. You know what? I wonder what.
Akuma.
You know what? I wonder what Akuma. Yeah, what does he dislike? His master and his master Gotetsu, his brother Goken, M. Bison. Weakness! Anyone who interferes with his training. Heihachi Mishima and Kazuya Mishima. Ah, that's pretty easy. But he does like becoming stronger.
That sounds like Akuma. Actually,
That is
wait.
Akuma.
What about Kuma?
What does Kuma like? Good idea. Oh wait, Kuma 1 or Kuma 2?
You know, let's do them both.
Well, Kuma 1 just dislikes Paul.
Oh, well.
That's all it says.
Oh yeah, because
Paul
he
Phoenix.
was only in like 2 games before he died. So.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, Kuma 2 dislikes black and white TVs.
He just hates black and white TVs.
No, they're difficult to see. He also dislikes bear-related foods except for salmon. And also Paul. Because, you know, gotta stay on brand.
I do like how he can't beat you. So he's like, how about I just have you signed to leave?
Leave.
Please just leave. I can't kill you, and you fucking made me blue anyway. So just go away, please. This is my favorite part.
As he renegotiated the contract.
When he puts the fucking seal on, and then it's like, I've decided to make my own decisions on this contract. Yeah, let's change this. Stay and have fun. Get out. Be nice. Oh, all of it. Smile. Stay. Be my BFF.
You understand that's not how contracts work, right? I'm giving you a chance to scram, kid. There's no catches or clauses this time.
Fucking love him.
What?
This whole thing is so good.
I give you your soul back. Will that make you leave?
You got your soul back. You feel relieved, energized, and just the usual amount of empty.
Wow.
No. Hello? Are you there? Why aren't you saying anything?
There's something about this, like, just setup of, like, this, like, weird, like, undying creature just at its fucking wit's end with this person that just really tickles me. I love it.
A Slender Man knockoff, I'll say it.
Yeah.
Tough negotiator. Fine. I'll sweeten the deal.
More like Friender Man, am I right?
He's now my friender man.
Now we have made him contractually obligated to be our friend. The best kind of friendship.
I'll be very disappointed.
That is actually, I think, one of the... That is actually one of my favorite boss fights in the game. It's just really fun and funny. Like, I like it more than the Penguins one. Well, the Burbs one. The Burbs one's alright.
They are a bunch of peck necks, to be fair.
Ah, Peck. Oh, let me unlock the new area, and then I'll stop. Actually,
What is...
I don't know. It might be a DLC thing. I don't even know where that area is in the ship. Is it? Oh, maybe it's up here? Oh, no, I don't have the power for that. Oh, so is it a mod? But for some reason I keep hearing Funky Town. Did I accidentally download a mod that turned Funky Town into, like, in the game? What?
Just imagining that idea that you've accidentally got Funky Town playing because you downloaded it by mistake.
I might have!
Most people buy mods to, like, replace characters. You buy mods to put... You download mods to put fucking Funky Town in.
I do have a mod that adds in that, like, that low-res cat model. The little black cat. I do have that as a hat I can wear. Huh. I have no idea where that area is. It must be in a floor I don't have access to yet. It has to be the cat where the Funky Town is coming from. Because it was there last time, but I ignored it because I thought maybe it was just part of the Christmas thing, but it's still here and the Christmas shit's gone. Where? Oh, I need to use the ice hat to get up here. Oh god, it's this guy. The weird mafia guy with the funny glasses. Tiny baby alien. Oh, okay, that's for the mods. I feel like I'm missing an area that I'm forgetting the existence of. So I know there's the Appline area that I should have unlocked now. Oh yeah, this is down here. What's over here? Oh. Oh, wait, no. What is over here? Oh, this is what I unlocked. What is this? Oh, it's the storage room for the Neko DLC. Okay. Alright, that makes sense. That's what unlocked. So now I can do the Neko stuff, but I'll do the DLC after the regular main game stuff. Yeah, I think we'll just stop here.
Oh, is it the like elevator at the like?
Oh no,
the
I don't
main
have that
room?
unlocked yet. I actually might play for a little bit on my own to get some of the timepieces to unlock more areas.
Okie dokie.
But that'll do it for today.
And to that I say bidet. Haha, brought it back.
He landed it.